Hey guys, I'm going to give my predictions for the two TUF 23 finale fights. Amanda Cooper versus Tatiana Suarez and Andrew Sanchez versus Khalil Rountree. If you want to check out my predictions for the rest of the TUF 23 finale card, you can find that video linked in the description, as well as my prediction videos for UFC 200 and tomorrow's UFC Fight Night 90, Dos Anjos versus Alvarez. And also, you'll find my videos for the rest of the events in July. Fight Night 91, McDonald versus Lineker, Fox 20, Home versus Shevchenko, and UFC 201, Lawler versus Woodley. All of those videos will be linked in the description. And follow me on Twitter. That's also linked in the description. Okay, for such a boring and uninteresting season, I actually really like these finale fights. I think they're both interesting matchups, and I think they're going to turn out to be pretty entertaining fights. So I'm looking forward to both of them. Women's strawweight, Amanda Cooper versus Tatiana Suarez. Suarez has such dominant wrestling, really good ground and pound, a very high paced fighter. And I think her wrestling is going to be enough to get the win here. But Amanda Cooper, I think, is going to be a huge step up in skill level from Suarez's two opponents on the show. She has good boxing. They really pushed her as a really good boxer on the show. Someone with a striking background, but I thought her ground game was very good as well. Against Jamie Moyle in her first fight in the house, I thought she was getting outboxed pretty soundly. I actually thought she lost that fight, but definitely won the third round, and it was with her wrestling, she was able to get her to the ground and unleashed some really good ground and pound from there. Did some damage. Definitely won that, or the second round. Sorry, won the second round big. Or was it the third round? I can't remember, but she's a well-rounded fighter. And then against Lanchana Green, who is a good Muay Thai striker, she outstruck her easily. From the outset of the fight, and then got her to the ground and choked her out pretty easily. I don't know if Suarez is going to be able to get her down as easily, and if she can't get her down, then I think Cooper would have a big advantage. But I do think that Suarez, she's so relentless and so persistent with the takedown, and pushes such a high pace that I think eventually she's going to get it. And from there, well, I don't think she's going to submit Cooper and just wash her like she did to her previous two opponents. I do think she could, outwork her for the decision. So I'm going to take Suarez, but Cooper should have an advantage on the feet, and I do think she is a better ground fighter, significantly better than Suarez's previous two opponents. So I could see Cooper getting the win here, but I'm going to take Suarez because she has looked so dominant, and we have seen Cooper struggle a bit. And then the Andrew Sanchez versus Khalil Rountree fight at light heavyweight. Everyone I know is going to take Rountree here, and he looked really good in his semifinal fight against Josh Stansbury, but I'm going to go with Andrew Sanchez here, and I just think Khalil in both of his fights, the semifinal fight that he won and the first fight, then he ended up getting choked out in. I think he just punches himself out. He's very wild and aggressive. Not a sloppy striker, but you did see him get countered and even staggered against Stansbury and Andrew Sanchez. He hits really hard, has power, put Eric Spicely away very easily, and I don't think he's not gonna do that against Rountree. That's not what I'm calling here, but I do think he can take Rountree's biggest shots. I think he can endure, and then I like him to get Rountree to the ground. I think we saw it in his first fight against Corey that Rountree doesn't really want to take it to the ground and just isn't very good there. He punched himself out on the feet, really chased the finish, and a guy who was not as athletic as him, not as good a striker, and who was taking some bombs. He just needed one opening to hit the takedown, and from there choked him out. And Sanchez showed really good takedowns and control, top position control in his first fight. So I think he can take the fight there once Rountree gasses himself out and tires out. And on the feet, I think Sanchez hits pretty hard and could probably sneak something in there and hurt Khalil. But Khalil, I think, should have a really big athletic advantage, a huge speed advantage as well. He could really take it to him early, right out of the gate, and overwhelm Sanchez. I could see him getting an early finish. But I think Sanchez is probably more durable than Corey, or more durable than Josh. And we already saw that Corey, he was durable enough to weather the storm and hit that submission pretty easily. So I like Sanchez. I'm gonna take him, I think, by decision here. I like him to get Rountree with the wrestling. After an early storm by Rountree, and I like Sanchez to grind out a decision, getting it done with the wrestling and grappling. All right, well, those are my two predictions. Thank you for watching again. Check out all of my prediction videos for all of the events in July. They're all linked in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. My next video will be for Fight Night Rodriguez versus Caceres. Take care. Bye.